मैं थोड़ा हरजाप तो हरेक मंडे 7 बजे तुसीं तो मैं आपस में गल्लां करांगे साडी कम्यूनिटी दियां साडे बच्चों दियां साडे बाहर रहिंदे NRIयां दियां साडे देश दियां तो जो अजकल दे इशू हैगे सानू अफेक्ट करदे उन्हां दियां So let's talk with Harjap. साਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰੀ ਸਵਾਗਤ ਹੈ ਵੈਲਕਮ ਬੈਕ ਸਤਿ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ ਮੇਰੇ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਗੱਲ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਦੀ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਵੈਲਫੇਅਰ ਗਰੁੱਪਸ ਦੀ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ ਅਕਸਰ ਕੁਝ ਟਾਊਨਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਾਰੇ ਟਾਊਨਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੋਈ ਨਾ ਕੋਈ ਆਪਣੇ ਬੰਦੇ ਜੋ ਹੈਗੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਸੁਸਾਇਟੀ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕੋਈ ਨਾ ਕੋਈ ਵੈਲਫੇਅਰ ਗਰੁੱਪ ਸੈਟਅਪ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਜਿਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਮਤਲਬ ਇਹ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਕਿ ਇੱਕ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦਾ ਭਾਈਚਾਰਾ ਇੱਕ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦਾ ਸਾਂਝ ਬਣੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇੱਕ ਦੂਜੇ ਦਾ ਸਾਥ ਦੇ ਸਕੋ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਸਿਆਣੇ ਆ ਇੱਕ ਦੂਜੇ ਨੂੰ ਮਿਲ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ ਸਿਆਣੇ ਨਿਆਣਿਆਂ ਨਾਲ ਇੰਟਰੈਕਟ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ ਐਂਡ ਕੁਛ ਨਾ ਕੁਛ ਸਿੱਖ ਸਕਦੇ ਆਪਣੀ ਗਾਹਾਂ ਲਾਈਫ ਬਾਰੇ ਕੁਛ ਦੱਸ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ ਇੱਕ ਕਿਸਮ ਦਾ ਭਾਈਚਾਰਾ ਸਾਂਝ ਬਣ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਇਸ ਲਾਈਕ ਐਨ ਐਕਸਟੈਂਡਡ ਫੈਮਿਲੀ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇੱਕ ਮੁਲਕ ਵਿੱਚ ਨਵੇਂ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਆ ਕਈ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਹੁੰਦੀਆਂ ਜੋ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਤਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਫਾਰਮ ਭਰਨੇ ਜਾਂ ਲੈਂਗੁਏਜ ਸਿੱਖਣੀ ਇੱਥੇ ਦੇ ਤੌਰ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਜੋ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ ਉਹ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਮਝ ਆਉਂਦੀਆਂ ਤੇ ਇਸ ਜੋ ਗਰੁੱਪ ਦਾ ਮਤਲਬ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਇੱਕ ਸਪੋਰਟ ਮਿਲੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਇੱਕ ਸਹਾਰਾ ਮਿਲੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਇੱਕ ਆਸਰਾ ਮਿਲੇ ਤਾਂ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੀ ਲਾਈਫ ਨੂੰ ਤੇ ਉਹ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਸਿੱਖ ਸਕੋ ਜੋ ਸ਼ਾਇਦ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਿੱਖ ਕੇ ਆਏ ਜਾਂ ਆਪਣੀ ਲਾਈਫ ਨੂੰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਹੀ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਨਾਲ ਹੋਰ ਇੰਜੋਏ ਕਰੋ ਖਾਸ ਤੌਰ 'ਤੇ ਸਾਡੀ ਬੀਬੀਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਜੋ ਕਿ ਘਰ ਬਹਿੰਦੀਆਂ ਘਰ ਬੈਠੀ ਰਹਿੰਦੀਆਂ ਕਈ ਤਾਂ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਤੋਂ ਆਈਆਂ ਬੋਰਡ ਹੁੰਦੀਆਂ ਅਤੇ ਕਈ ਸਾਡੀਆਂ ਮਾਤਾ ਜੀਆਂ ਬਸ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਭੱਜਣ ਵਾਲੀ ਨਿਆਣਿਆਂ ਨੇ ਸੱਦੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਕਿ ਮੰਮੀ ਲੈ ਮੈਂ ਤੇਰੀ ਹੁਣ ਸੇਵਾ ਕਰਾਂ ਪਰ ਸੱਚਾਈ ਵਿੱਚ ਤਾਂ ਲਵਾਉਣੀਆਂ ਨੈਪੀਆਂ ਹੀ ਹੁੰਦੀਆਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਦੋਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਹਸਬੈਂਡ ਵਾਈਫ ਨੇ ਕੰਮ 'ਤੇ ਜਾਣਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਆ ਦੇਖ ਮੰਮੀ ਤੇਰੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਆ ਰਿਹਾ ਨੈਪੀ ਲਾਇਆ ਕਰ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਖਿਲਾਇਆ ਕਰ ਤੇ ਬਾਅਦ ਠੀਕ ਹੋਏ ਲੈ ਤੇਰਾ ਪੋਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ ਤੇਰਾ ਪੋਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਲੈ ਕਿੰਨਾ ਪੇ ਕਰਦਾ ਆ ਭੱਜ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਕੰਮ ਨੂੰ ਬਟ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਬੀਬੀਆਂ ਸਾਡੀਆਂ ਘਰ ਬੈਠੀਆਂ ਹੁੰਦੀਆਂ they haven't got things to do ਉਹ ਇਹ ਨਾ ਸਮਝਣ ਕਿ ਉਹ ਬੇਸਹਾਰਾ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਬੇਆਸਰਾ ਹੈ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਲਈ ਗਰੁੱਪ ਸੈਟਅਪ ਕੀਤੇ ਹੋਏ ਤਕਰੀਬਨ ਹਰੇਕ ਟਾਊਨ ਵਿੱਚ ਹਰੇਕ ਇਲਾਕੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਉਹ ਦੇਖਣ ਇੱਕ ਦੂਜੇ ਨਾਲ ਮਿਲ ਸਕਦੇ ਇੱਕ ਦੂਜੇ ਨਾਲ ਦੁੱਖ ਸੁੱਖ ਵੀ ਸਾਂਝੇ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਜੇ ਉਹ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੁੱਖ ਸੁੱਖ ਸਾਂਝਾ ਕਰੋਗੇ ਤਾਂ ਹੀ ਉਹਦਾ ਕੋਈ ਨਾ ਕੋਈ ਹੱਲ ਲੱਭਿਆ ਆਉਂਦਾ ਜੇ ਬੰਦਾ ਘਰੇ ਹੀ ਇਕੱਲਾ ਸੋਚੀ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਤਾਂ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਡਿਪਰੈਸ਼ਨ ਤਾਂ ਬਾਕੀਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਦੇਖ ਕੇ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ ਡਿਪਰੈਸ਼ਨ ਤੇ ਡਿਪਰੈਸ਼ਨ ਫਿਰ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਚੱਕਣ ਲਈ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਸ਼ੋਅ ਕਰਨਾ ਪੈਂਦਾ ਫਿਰ ਹਰੇਕ ਹਫ਼ਤੇ ਫਿਰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੇਖਦੇ ਆ ਫਿਰ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਭਾਈ ਹੁਣ ਸਾਡਾ ਬਲੱਡ ਪ੍ਰੈਸ਼ਰ ਡਿਪਰੈਸ਼ਨ ਸੈੱਟ ਹੋਇਆ ਸੋ ਫਿਰ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ ਡਿਪਰੈਸ਼ਨ ਇਹ ਤਾਂ ਚੇਂਜ ਲੱਗ ਫਿਰ ਮੈਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਘਰ ਆਏ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਵੀ ਅੱਜ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਡਿਪਰੈਸ਼ਨ ਹੋ ਗਈ ਇਹਦੇ ਚੇਂਜ ਹੈ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪ ਨਾ ਕਰਾਇਆ ਕਰੋ ਡਿਪਰੈਸ਼ਨ ਤਾਂ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਨਾ ਕਰਾਇਆ ਕਰੋ ਤੇ ਇਹਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਦੇ ਸੀ ਗਰੁੱਪਾਂ ਬਾਰੇ ਖਾਸ ਤੌਰ ਤੇ you've got an event coming up haven't you on this Saturday
the 22nd
right what's that
and it's called the Community Cultural Event
right
and it's organised by the BME the Black Minority Ethnic Group
okay
and it's basically it used to be Black History Month
okay
but now they've made it a cultural event so it's really to celebrate the diverse communities present in Havering
right
and it's really to celebrate all the ethnic groups that are present we're going to have Chinese acts Asian, black, everything all together in one roof.
See, in an area like Havering, for me, that's quite weird to hear because when I went to school, there was only 2 of us in school. And it was me and another guy called Amit Patel. And he had about 5, 6 brothers and sisters and his dad owned a corner shop. So that didn't help stereotypes at all.
Yeah.
And, you know, the first thing that they used to ask me in my school is, have you got a corner shop? I said, no. All right, then you must have 25 brothers and sisters. I said, no, actually, I've got one brother. My dad's a builder. Oh, what type of Asian are you? But a lot of people in that area weren't aware of my culture.
No,
you know, and I had nowhere where I could go to sort of get together with my culture. Basically, it was like growing up in a whole town of Gore, and then either you had to become one of them, or either you became outcast because you was trying to stick to your own culture.
Exactly.
It's only when I went to uni, and then I met all the Gravesend lot, and then half of Southport and half
That's
Wilford.
right.
And then, you know, I really got into it, and I thought, yeah, this is my groove. This is like, now I can be myself. But yeah, it's quite hard growing up in an area where predominantly it's white people.
Yeah, and I think it shows that how much the ethnic communities within Havering have actually expanded as well, and that they are trying to like incorporate all of the minority groups as well, rather than
just segregating
them, exactly. And this is what that event is about. It's about celebrating all the communities, and I think it's great because it's not only a way for everyone to come together and celebrate all these cultures, but it's really, if you have this type of event in one place, combats racism and all those issues that you're talking about, and that will slowly spread, and hopefully other boroughs will be doing this type of thing, and racism will hopefully decrease within society.
It is a culture shock when you move from an area like Havering or Rainham and then or Romford and then you come towards Southall. Because I remember driving past the school here and it was playtime and we drove past I said, well, is this a school? And they said, yeah. And I said, it's playtime. I said, where are the white kids? And they were like, none here, mate. I don't know what area you grew up in.
It's changed a bit now, but yes, Havering has as well.
There's more than one Asian.
There's more than one Asian now. It has expanded the Asian community. Yeah, it has. And this is what HASWA does as well. It promotes integration with the wider community as well, you see. So when you decide ESOL classes, you know, it's good for our community, the elderly especially. You know, school, then you go to come and learn English as well.
It's very important.
It's very important for them as well.
Yeah, I'm always telling my mum. And I'm 40 साल हो गया and I'm thank you, sorry, please. तो मैंने शायद कोई अंग्रेजी आउंदी, she's probably watching, and I'm going to get beats when I get home. But और जिद्दां कोई क्योंकि times ही इदां दे सीगा when women were too scared to go out their homes,
so
too busy with their kids.
As well.
See, when we have done the community, our Asian community who are scared, that is what HASWA offers. Only when it's a safe environment. It's not a safe environment. That's a wrong word for me to use actually. It's a more comfortable environment for them, Hannah, because they see other ladies in the same situation ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਉਹ ਹੋਆ
ਕਈ ਤਾਂ ਹੁਣ ਸਾਡੇ ਸੱਸਾਂ ਨੌਹਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਬਾਹਰ ਹੀ ਨਾ ਕੱਢਦੀਆਂ ਕਿ ਨਹੀਂ ਇਹ ਕੁਛ ਸਿੱਖ ਕੇ ਆਜੂ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਕੁਛ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗ ਜੂ ਸਿੱਖਣੀ ਕੋਈ ਮਾੜੀ ਗੱਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੋਈ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਅਵੇਅਰ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਸਰਕਮਸਟੈਂਸਸ ਅੰਗਰੇਜ਼ੀ ਸਿੱਖਣੇ ਦਾ ਮਤਲਬ ਇਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਿ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਨੌਂ ਨੇ ਭੱਜ ਜਾਣਾ ਜੈਲੇ ਹੋਣਾ ਨਾਲ ਜਾਂ ਫਲਾਣੇ ਨਾਲ ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿੰਨ ਭੱਜਣਾ ਆ ਉਹਨ ਤਾਂ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਸਿੱਖ ਕੇ ਹੀ ਭੱਜ ਜਾਣਾ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਅੰਗਰੇਜ਼ੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਿੱਖਣੀ ਪੈਣੀ ਭੱਜਣ ਲਈ ਸੋ ਇਹ ਜ਼ਰੂਰੀ ਕਿ ਹੋਵੜ ਕੇ ਰੱਖੋ ਜੀ ਨੌਹਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਿ ਜੀ ਆ ਕਰ ਜੂ ਜਾਂ ਕੱਲ ਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਫਲਾਨੀ ਚੱਲ ਜੂ ਇਹ ਸਾਰੀ ਜੋ thinking is very backwards.
It is backwards.
It prevents us progressing.
And it prevents them integrating, like I said, with the wider community as well.
You know, Asians have this problem where we not only have the different culture to white people, but also women are so discriminated against within our culture as well.
Yeah, so, I agree with that, totally. You know. I've seen a lot of cases where although we go on about it, we're Asian and Punjabi and equal rights, I still unto this day I've yet to see equal rights for women and caste or the older generation do have a lot of discrimination against the Asian women. And Asian women have a certain persona. They're expected to do certain things in the house. They're expected to live with their in-laws. They're expected to you know, look after the kids and stay at home. And it's hard. And this is what brings me on to the next topic about Asian girls in modelling, because you've got some experience with modelling. And how it's a new thing, it's a new trend now, okay? Asian Korean chauniya kaisi modelling kariye. But sometimes it's the way that they go about it and what they do.
That's exactly
and parents are a bit nervous. And some Asian parents no handle nahi karna aunda. So je kudi kahe ki main ji modelling karni hai, they don't know what to do. Do we go strict on her or do we tell her no, not doing it? Adde de hi sode ji hum ekani modelling karo da byah karo chedi chedi ki byah karke thi tu kari ja jo karna te aap hum byah karke char mehine jama se ki modelling karegi bichari. So ode vich is first of all tell us what modelling is like and what the industry is like. I mean, just for girls out there who want to get into it.
Modelling is such a sensitive topic and even an issue within our culture because of the stereotypical notion that modelling is bad and the way that the media portrays it. The Bollywood industry itself portrays it in a negative way. You know, the film fashion, you've got drug abuse, alcohol abuse. It's ridiculous.
Didn't paint a pretty picture.
No. And of course, you know, I can't deny that there are negative aspects of modelling, such as anorexia, wanting to be the typical size 0 and the whole plastic cosmetic surgery. But there's always a negative aspect to every profession.
Everything,
So, you know, that's the bad route that you can go down. But modelling, if you're going to do it the right way, it's all about having a good support and good support network.
Right.
Because when I got into modelling, I was quite young. So I luckily met a really good manager and she's formed this company, Bar Models, and it's the safest kind of modelling company that you'll find in this country. Because most Asian companies, they want you to pay for it, they want you to...
Well, you have to pay for everything.
You have to pay to join up with them, and then they don't want to pay you to model for them.
They want it for free.
So they want it for free.
That's not just the modelling industry, that's every industry.
Every Asian
and Asian is together, connected.
So I would say to girls, don't go down that route. Find someone that's going to support you and can actually see that you are talented. The other thing is to have a supportive family, and this is where family really plays a big part in the modelling industry, because I come from a very big family, but we're very close-knit and they're very supportive. Since, you know, I've been growing up, I've always had the culture, tradition, religion, all instilled within me. So it's really about growing up and...
And how did your parents react?
The thing is...
Were you a bit scared, or did you think, no, I can be open and honest with my mum?
No, I was open and honest. But the key thing with parents is that
they have to... Modern parents, right?
I think
she must have.
She must.
Yes, you must have.
my parents are very supportive, but that's because they trust us. And that is the thing with Asian parents. I don't think there's enough trust there with their kids. You know, you have to be able to trust that you have brought your children up right, that they're going to keep their respect, keep their family's respect. And that is the main thing. And that's what you do in every job. It doesn't matter if you're going to be a model, doesn't matter if you're going to be a journalist, in the government scandals, MP, housing scandals. Doesn't matter what job you're going to go in. You can always be do something bad. You can always be on the good side of it. So modeling's the same. You've just got to trust your children and
you
trust
do understand ਜਿੱਥੋਂ parents ਸੁਣਾਉਂਦੇ ਆ because parents ਕਹੇ ਕਿ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਧੀ ਡਾਂਸ ਕਰਦੇ ਹੋਵੇ ਤਾਂ ਕੱਛਾ ਪਾਇਆ ਹੋਵੇ ਉਹਨੇ ਤੇ ਇਦਾਂ ਲੱਗ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੋਵੇ ਤਾਂ ਹਿੱਲੀ ਜਾਵੇ ਹੁਣ ਮਾਪੇ ਨੂੰ ਆਪ ਥੋੜੀ ਸ਼ਰਮ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਹੈ
You know, if you're going to keep your family respect, you have to do things within the limits. I've never done anything like, I don't even
sleazy.
That's the word.
Sleazy.
I've never done anything sleazy. I've always worn traditional clothing. So I've always worn suits, saris, lengas, anything that's covered my body. Those are outfits we wear to weddings. What's wrong with that?
That's wrong. There's nothing wrong with that.
And there are so many positive aspects to modelling because...
what does it teach you? What do you get out of it?
There's a lot that it teaches you because you get beauty pageants and they don't just ask you to come, you know, have all your beautiful dress on, have all your makeup done. They're not after all that. They're looking for personality, and you really have to have that personality where you're going to be a role model in society. You have to have that personality where...
They're looking for the wow factor.
Exactly. You can't just have the looks. It's not just about looks. The beauty is from inside, and that's what I really want to emphasise this point. The beauty really comes from within with modelling if you're going to do it the right way.
So, modelling,
and if you do it for the right reasons.
In modelling, it can be done in an izzatdar way.
Exactly.
And I think it's something ਸਾਡੇ ਜੋ parents ਹੈ ਨਾ, they have to start thinking about it.
Yes,
ਕਿ ਜੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੈਦ ਕਰਕੇ ਰੱਖੋ ਜਾਂ ਕਿਸੇ ਦੇ ਅਰਮਾਨ ਦਬਾ ਕੇ ਰੱਖੋ ਉਹ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਦੇਰ ਤੱਕ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਚੱਲਣਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਖਾਸ ਤੌਰ ਤੇ ਇਸ ਮੁਲਕ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਅੱਜਕੱਲ ਆਜ਼ਾਦੀ ਆ ਇਹ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਦਾ ਹੈ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਿ ਪੀਲ ਵਾਵੇ ਨਾ ਬੰਨ ਕੇ ਜੇ ਵੀ ਕੁੱਟੋ ਵੀ ਮੱਲੋ ਮੱਲੀਏ ਨੂੰ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਬਣਾਈਏ ਜਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਸਿੰਗਰ ਬਣਾਉਣਾ ਚੱਲ ਵੀ ਖੇਤਾਂ ਨੂੰ this is ਥੋੜੇ ਜਿਹਾ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਸਮਝਣਾ ਪੈਣਾ ਥੋੜੇ ਜਿਹਾ ਚੀਜ਼ ਨੂੰ ਸਮਝਣਾ ਪੈਣਾ ਜਾਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਸਮਝਾਉਣਾ ਪੈਣਾ ਕਿ ਪੁੱਤ ਜਾਂ ਕੁੜੀਏ ਦੇਖ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਨਾ ਜੋ ਮਰਜ਼ੀ ਕਰ ਪਰ ਇੱਜ਼ਤ ਆਪਣੀ ਰੱਖੀ ਆਪਣੇ ਹੱਥ 'ਚ ਸਾਰਾ ਕੁਝ ਲਿਮਿਟ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਰਨੀ ਤਾਂ ਕਿ ਸਾਡੀ ਰਿਸਪੈਕਟ ਵੀ ਰਵੇ ਐਂਡ ਆਈ ਥਿੰਕ ਬਾਕੀ ਬੱਚੇ ਦੇ ਵੀ ਡਿਪੈਂਡ ਕਰਦਾ the kids got understand why our parents are coming from this
exactly that parents do so much for their kids. The kids have got to do something back for their parents. That's the way it works.
I always say to kids,
you just need an understanding between both of you.
Exactly.
I say to kids, I think Asian kids one of the most spoiled kids in the world because they live with their parents till they get married, even after. I'm still living with mine. So I'm in that category. Plus, we expect them to pay for our weddings. We expect them to buy us cars and all that when we pass exams. My dad bought me a car when I've done my degree. And then, you know, we expect everything. Then, if we're boys, we expect them to leave their house to us. You know, oh, God forbid if Dad left it to the sister or something like that, there'd be riots in the house. There's a lot of us people who aren't talking to their family because Dad didn't leave them what he was expecting. We plan our whole life on expecting stuff which we're going to get. As opposed to a lot of them, other kids from other generations and other faiths, they're not left anything. They're kicked out when they're 16.
If they're at home, they have to pay the rent, their way, everything.
मैं तो बहुत घट देखे एशियन नियाने जो कि रेंट दिंदे अपने मम्मी डैडी ਨੂੰ ਪਰ ਮੇਰੇ ਕਾਫੀ ਗੋਰੇ ਫਰੈਂਡਸ ਹੈ ਜੋ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਕਿ ਜਦੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ 16 ਸਾਲ ਦੇ ਹੋਏ ਆ ਅਸੀਂ ਰੈਂਟ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਮੰਮੀ ਡੈਡੀ ਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਾਰੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਪੜ੍ਹਾਈ ਦੇ ਪੈਸੇ ਖੁਦ ਲਾਏ ਆ you know we expect them to pay for education and all that
exactly so the least you can do is respect your family name
and realize where they're coming from
exactly and I think that should be done in any profession modelling or anything else. But modelling can be used for good. Going back to the event that's on Saturday, I'm organising a fashion show for it. And it's really to represent the Asian community in Havering by wearing our traditional clothing, suits, saris, lengas. And the fantastic thing about it is that I've got people from all minority backgrounds actually in the fashion show as well. So these people are proud that they've got Asians within their society. They're proud to wear our clothing, which is great.
And they want to share the experience of life, I suppose, the experience of culture.
Of course.
And I suppose they're learning something about our culture. And it's a great opportunity, right?
It is,
Especially in an area where there's not a lot of Asians predominantly. There might be now.
There is more than there was when you were there.
We are still a minority group.
But we are still a minority group there.
You want to move down here. We're a majority here. For about 40 miles, you don't see anyone. I think I'm the only one on King Street with a British passport. So, or the I'm the only one I've walked around with. We look okay, we're checking a load. But yeah, so these groups and these events for youngsters are important.
Yes, they are,
especially in the trend where youngsters want to get back with their culture and everything like that.
And not only culture, it really shows that you're actually being actively participant within your community, and it doesn't have to be just your your minority ethnic community. It can be your wider community
with
as
the
well.
other communities in the borough as well.
Exactly.
It's not just ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਆਪ ਨੂੰ ਮਿਲਣਾ
Because you need to mix with other communities as well, Hannah.
ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਇੱਥੇ ਸਾਰੀ communities ਜੋ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਬਾਹਰੋਂ ਆਏ ਆ we're all the minorities.
Of course.
If we think that blacks are the minorities as
No.
well, the Chinese are minorities as well.
You've got the
Pakistanis are
Polish
minorities.
now.
We've got the Polish now.
Yes.
So it's good to integrate.
Integrate.
Exactly.
And right.
And you learn so much from other cultures as well.
That's what you do. Well, now we're going to go to a break, but after the break we're going to talk about all the other stuff, and we're going to talk about
HASWA events.
all the stuff that you do and more community issues. ਫਿਲਹਾਲ ਅਸੀਂ ਜਾਣੇ ਬ੍ਰੇਕ ਆ ਤੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਮਿਲਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਬ੍ਰੇਕ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ। ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਹਰਜਾਪ ਤੇ ਹਰੇਕ ਮੰਡੇ 7 ਵਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਆਪਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਸਾਡੀ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਦੀਆਂ, ਸਾਡੇ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਦੀਆਂ, ਸਾਡੇ ਬਾਹਰ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ NRIਆਂ ਦੀਆਂ, ਸਾਡੇ ਦੇਸ਼ ਦੀਆਂ ਤੇ ਜੋ ਅੱਜ ਕੱਲ੍ਹ ਦੇ ਇਸ਼ੂ ਹੈਗੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਅਫੈਕਟ ਕਰਦੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀਆਂ। So let's talk with Harjap.